Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be more perfume releases of 2024 and will I be adding them to bag. Now I filmed this video a little over a month ago. There were either three or four more fragrances that I'm going to talk about in the beginning that I was going to add to my last video, but because of the holidays it got too busy. I was like, I'll just film this. I'm sure more perfumes will come out. And guys, I think I have more perfumes to talk about in this video, and more so flankers, and there are quite a bit that I'm interested in. I am going to be doing more travels this year, so we have a lot to go over, so let's go ahead and get into the video. The first one we're going to talk about is Daisy Wild by Marc Jacobs, and I talked about Daisy Pop in my last video and how I'm not really into the Daisy line, but this I want to test out because I think out of all the bottles, this is probably the cutest little bottle. It's like a vase of flowers. It's got little stems in it. I want to see how that looks in person. So it's one I definitely want to try out, and the collector in me kind of wants that bottle. But this is a fruity floral fragrance, and it has notes of wildflower, jasmine, vetiver, and banana blossom. Definitely one I would test first, because when fragrances have the note of banana, it can come off a little synthetic to my nose, so I want to test it out. All right, and then next we have Good Girl Blush Elixir. So we do have another shoe coming out, and I collect all the shoes. They're easy fragrances. I enjoy them, and I collect the little 30 ml bottles. So this is one I'm gonna be picking up blindly because that's the collector in me. So this is Carolina Herrera's Good Girl Blush Elixir. This is another flanker to a flanker. I feel like they've been kind of doing that. So this one has top notes of Italian bergamot, mandarin, heart notes of ylang absolute and rose, and base notes of vanilla absolute and patchouli. I'm sure it's going to be a likable fragrance. And then the last of the three that I had saw is Armani's My Way Nectar. Now I had recently picked up a little travel set. Armani makes these bottles that are a little bit more than the travel size. They're not always available in the States. If they are, they usually come later. So they had a set for like $75, which was a steal because travels, they've gone up in price, and it's a little bit more than a travel. But either way, whether I get a travel or that slightly larger bottle, I'm going to be picking this up because I already have the first three, and I kind of want to add this one and maybe do like a range review. So I am planning on picking up My Way Nectar, but this one has top notes of bergamot, orange blossom, and paracord, heart notes of tuberose absolute, jasmine, and violet leaf, and base notes of bourbon vanilla, cedar wood, and white musk. So another one that I am planning on adding to bag. Next, another one that I am planning on picking up is Ellis Brooklyn Peaches. I picked up the first three from this house, and I do enjoy them. They're kind of more luxurious body mists, but they're super summery, and I think this one's gonna be nice. And this one's said to be inspired by the 90s, so I'm kind of excited about that. But the notes on this one are sweet peach, orange flower, and sugared musk. So definitely picking up that one. Then keeping in line with kind of this peachy orange color, we have Viktor and Rolf's Flowerbomb Tiger Lily. So this has top notes of coconut milk and bergamot, and then middle notes of tiger lily, jasmine, and freesia, and base notes of mango and benzoin. Now I have a few kind of mango fragrances. I have a few coconut fragrances, and then I have one with both. So definitely one I would start with a travel, because I want to make sure that it's not going to start being one of those fragrances where we're just seeing a lot of it. I would test this one out first, again maybe starting with a travel, and then upgrade from there. All right, then next we have Chloe Nomade Nuit de Egypt. I really enjoyed the first two Chloe's, the Eau de Parfum and the Eau de Toilette. And then I still have to test out Absolute. I only got a little dabber, but I kind of want to maybe go into store and test that one out. I also tested out, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. It was like their summer version. I wasn't crazy about that one. And then now it looks like they're coming out with this new flanker. So this one has like a little blue ribbon, which is different because a lot of them have had that kind of more earthy tones like brown, beige. So I already kind of don't like that. And the glass in this one has that same embossing that the last one came out with. So this one Has top notes of myrrh, cinnamon, ginger, broom flower, cypriol, and opoponax. Heart notes of Egyptian orange blossom absolute, and base notes of vanilla. This is one I would test in store. I didn't like the last flanker. I'm gonna pop in a picture here because I just can't think of the name off the top of my head, but to me it didn't have anything to do with the original. To me it was a standalone fragrance, and I feel like this one might be a standalone fragrance as well, and these notes are just not calling my name. I don't ever see travels of the Nomades, or else I would get a travel, but I would definitely test that out in store unless I saw enough reviews where people compared it to other things that maybe I enjoyed, but not anything I'm gonna be blind buying. Okay, then we have Kilian Born to Be Unforgettable. I'm not really into the Kilian fragrances, but I'm gonna go ahead and go over this one because I know a lot of people like the Kilian fragrances, especially in these bottles. But this has notes of lime, cola, heart notes of cinnamon, nutmeg, and vanilla, and base notes of cedarwood. With the cola and the cinnamon, I kind of already know what this is gonna smell like. It's not gonna be for me, but I think it would be an interesting scent, like something I would enjoy smelling out of the bottle, and maybe something I would enjoy smelling on other people like during the holidays, but definitely one I would test out, especially because they do have a lot of these fragrances available at my Sephora where I could test it out. All right, then next we have another flanker. We have Lancôme's La Nuit Trésor Le Parfum. A lot of the recent, I wanna say the last two never really made it to the States. There was a cherry one that never really made it here, a rose one that didn't make it here, so I don't even know that we would get this one. I mean, I like the La Nuit Trésor line, so it's kind of disappointing that I can't smell it, but this one has top notes of Damask Rose Absolute, heart notes of cocoa extracts, and base notes of blackcurrant and patchouli essence. I'm smiling because my girl Coco had featured this in her stories, and I was like, it's already a diamond. I already associate this perfume with cocoa, and on top of that, the bottle's purple, and now the heart note is cocoa extracts. I mean, how perfect is that? So I'm gonna be looking forward to her review, because I'm sure she'll be able to get this, but it's one I would love to try. But again, I always have to be on the hunt for it. So I think the bottle's beautiful, but probably one unfortunately I won't be able to try out unless by some miracle it does get here to the States. So again, that is La Nuit Trésor Le Parfum. Next we have Givenchy's Irresistible Very Floral, and it looks like the bottle in this one's a little bit longer than the original square bottle. This is one I'm probably not going to get. I really do think these perfumes are beautiful, but once I get them, because I've already purchased two, they're perfumes that are, a lot of my perfumes I know people say are basic and forgettable, but it's a perfume that I legit forget to wear, and the two that I had I ended up passing on to my mom, so I probably won't pick this one up either because of that. Like, they're just perfumes that get lost in my collection. So this has top notes of bergamot essence, coconut water, and then blackcurrant bud absolute, heart notes of rose essential, centifolia rose absolute, iris concrete, ylang heart, and jasmine sambac absolute, and then base notes of cedarwood heart, solar accord, ambre absolute, white musk, and a vegan ambretolide, which is an animalic musk. So that alone, it's turning me off. I see all of the Irresistibles at my Macy counter, so one I would test out, but I feel like I always think they're just so pretty, and then they just, again, I get them and I don't really wear them, so it's probably not anything that I will be picking up. All right, then next we have Guerlain's La Petite Robe Noire Rose Noir. We haven't had, I feel like, a La Petite in a while, so I'm sure some people who love this line are gonna be excited. This is one that if I saw it in store I would test out, but this has top notes of blackberry accord, heart notes of licorice, so I'm out on that, Demensana rose absolute, rose essence, black tea, already another note, leather accord, and tonka beans. So there's already 3 notes in here that I'm not crazy about, which is the licorice, the black tea, and the leather. So this is definitely one I just would not even think of blind buying. But if, again, all of these are perfumes that I would test out. You know what I'm saying? So, but not anything I'll be on the hunt for. All right, then we have a Musk Nude by Narciso Rodriguez. I missed the last flanker, so I kind of want to get my nose on that one. This is another nice one that I wouldn't mind getting my nose on, because I do enjoy Narciso Rodriguez fragrances. I have quite a collection, and I have a review that I will have linked down below. But this one has top notes of pink pepper, white jasmine, heart of Damascus rose and musk, and then base of woody notes, Indonesian patchouli, and then tonka bean. Absolute. I feel like it's gonna go back to the classic, because I feel like the last, not the last one, but the last two, Musk Noir and Musk Noir Rose, those two had the famous, like the famous Narciso Musk was in there, but very, very dialed back, dialed down, and it wasn't in your face. So if you were someone who found the musk to be a little too much, I felt like those two were softer, and maybe you would like those. But also, if you appreciate Narciso Rodriguez, you would still enjoy those as well. Those are actually two of my favorite besides the original. So this is one I would really love to get my nose on. Hey guys, Editing Becky here. So I did want to go ahead and go over several more fragrances. I'm also going to be quickly going over some men fragrances. So keeping in line with Narciso Rodriguez, they are releasing Narciso Rodriguez For Him Vetiver Musc Narciso. So I wanted to mention it because I know I do have some fellas that like to watch some of my videos. So this fragrance is going to have top notes of green, cardamom, cypress, nutmeg, heart notes of musk, geranium, lavender, frankincense, and red algae. Interesting. Base notes of vetiver, cedarwood, and patchouli. So I do want to continue building up Dennis's collection. So I do want to test this one out for him. And then another fragrance duo, we have Zadig and Voltaire. This is Really Her, and this is Really Him. So the notes on This Is Her is pink pepper, basil, middle notes of rose and chestnut, and base notes of honey, patchouli, and vanilla. I did really enjoy the first This Is Her, but it was one that made Dennis a little nauseous. So I ended up passing that one on to my sister. So I still get to smell it around me. I would test this out just because the notes sound different and interesting. This is one though that I don't see in like department stores and different retailers. So I would test it out if I could, but chances are I might not be able to. And then This Is Really Him. This has notes of grapefruit and lemon, and then middle notes of orange blossom, and base notes of palo santo and amberwood. I think men's fragrances are super easy, so this one sounds nice for men. Okay, and then another one that isn't available yet, Bronze Goddess Flora Verde. So this one has notes of Italian bergamot, coconut water, bitter orange, and it's supposed to evoke the essence of a tropical sunrise. So one I would test out at Macy's. I think I've tested out Bronze Goddess like a long time ago, but I would want to smell them again because they're very popular and I don't remember what it smells like. So again, that's Bronze Goddess Flora Verde. Okay, and then the last three I'm gonna talk about to kind of close this video out are fragrances that I think would make really nice Valentine's Day gifts. They're not necessarily said to be Valentine's Day perfumes, but the red bottle, well, the first one I'm going to talk about is a pink bottle, but I still think that that would be a really nice one for Valentine's Day. So we'll start with that one. That is Burberry Her EDP Petals. This is limited edition, and it comes in an 88 ml 2.9 fluid ounce. I think the bottle's really pretty. It's pink with these petals. I think that would be super nice for like a Valentine's Day gift. Also, it's limited edition. So this one has keynotes of crushed berries, violet and jasmine, and woody and creamy amber. I'm one that the Burberry Her line has been hit or miss for me, so not anything I'm going to be on the hunt for or anything I'm going to be adding to bag. And since I don't see that there's a travel available, this isn't one that I'm going to be picking up, but it's one that I would sniff in store. And if I had any thoughts on it, I would report back. All right, another fragrance that came out in 2023, I I think would make a gorgeous Valentine's Day gift, is Carolina Herrera's Lunar Lover. This has notes of red tea, hibiscus, and cedarwood. And I just think the red bottle with the pink top and the red dragon, this would make a beautiful Valentine's Day gift. It's one that I would test out if I saw it in store, but not anything I would be on the hunt for. I did get their 5ml tester set, and I have a review that I'll link below. But they don't have travels of their fragrances or have these in smaller bottles. I'm being really selective when picking large bottles. There are some fragrances that I just can't resist, especially if it's a line that I love. But since this was a line that was hit or miss for me, it's not anything that I'll be on the hunt for. All right, and then the reason why I decided to pop back in here, we have Carioca Crush from Sol de Janeiro. This is a new one that could be for Valentine's Day, just looking at the beautiful red bottle. But this one is supposed to be, I believe it's limited edition, I'm not sure. I feel like the ones in these colorful bottles usually are. But this is Be Your Own Summer Crush with juicy notes of crisp pear, pink violet, and white cedarwood. So I believe it was spotted already in stores. I'm reading the Trend Mood page. That's where I found this one. And it's supposed to be coming soon to like websites and retailers. So this is one that I'm gonna be picking up if I'm able. Sounds like out of the most recent releases, this is more along the lines of what I enjoy with the body mist, like fruity. So I'm really excited about that one. I do think it kind of is perfect that it's coming out around Valentine's Day in this red bottle. So again, that is Carioca Crush by Sol de Janeiro. Okay guys, so those are the new releases that are coming out. I don't know what video is coming out first, my lychee video or this one. If this one comes out second, then I'm sure you're gonna see Editing Becky pop in here because they are just coming out like hotcakes. This is probably something I could even do every month or every other month, just to kind of go over what's coming out, what are my thoughts, what are the notes. But let me know in the comments below, are you guys interested in trying any of these? I know some of us are just over it. We're overwhelmed. We don't want anything else. This is a fragrance channel, so if you're here, my guess is you're here because of your love of fragrance, kind of like me. So definitely some that I'm interested in picking up travels and testing out in store, and there are a couple that I already want to get a full bottle of. That's just a collector in me. Well, I guess just one. Carolina Herrera's the new stiletto is definitely one I'm going to be picking up. But let me know in the comments below, do you guys plan on picking any of these fragrances up? And if so, which ones are you interested in? But that will do it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.